everywhere don't scatter. What I mean is fire on the mountain. Everything is upside down right now on justice for Mohbad. And it is for a good thing. It's for a good thing. You see, Mohbad's mom now has the, boldness to go for private exclusive interview. In fact, she had one with Punch newspaper. She had one and she was asked some questions. And there are some things that she said that nailed Wunmi. We've been talking about this DNA of a thing. We've been talking about so many things. But when a mother is, let us say a woman, because it's not all women that are mothers. When a woman is blinded, she's blinded with money, with what she can get. She will do all manners of terrible things. Maybe because she has been away from her children. That's the reason why she is this way. What exactly is wrong with Mohbad's mother? Till today, a lot of people cannot put their fingers on the reason why Mohbad's mother will foolishly stick to the prime suspect and not even for once say, hey, hold on a second. What actually happened to my son? You were with him 72, 42, 24 hours to his demise. What exactly happened? I know you called me. You said, please, I don't want to be a widow, a young widow. Please. What exactly is this? What happened? Do you know that Mohbad's mom has never mentioned prime boy? Mohbad's mom has never, I repeat again, mentioned prime boy. Ever. All she talks about is Naira Marley, Naira Marley, Naira Marley, Naira Marley, Naira Marley, and nothing else and nobody else. I'm not saying Naira Marley, Sam Larry. Let us even focus on Naira Marley, even though we've not found one single video, audio of Naira Marley doing anything bad to Mohbad. But then, he's a big rich guy in the industry. He can as well send anyone to do his dirty job. Now, we don't say Mohbad is innocent of everything, but does Mohbad deserve this RIP? Why did Wunmi rob Mohbad of a lot of things? I have said this countless times. I said we are not just saying these things because we dislike Wunmi. No, we are just go with the trend. Personally, I for one person, I think the least that Wunmi could have done for Mohbad's father, regardless of whatever differences, is that DNA. Like, okay, as family members, you call your own family too. Let's get this DNA thing done. So this man will shut up and talk of something else. She refused. And her mom came out on social media to challenge millions of people that are more than that are stupid, whatever, coming from her mouth. Challenging millions of people, challenging voices that are much more than our own, much stronger than hers, challenging them on social media, saying why. Immediately, we knew that our child does not belong to Mohbad. I want you to pay attention to this one. As you know how we do it, translation and analysis go hand in hand. You're about to hear what you have never heard before. Like, share, tap on the subscription button.
Yeah, Mohbad lo sele yo, awakola so. Only Mohbad was advised to do DNA for his son before he died. Who advised Mohbad? So Mohbad gongon mo epo se mo ti so ti pe Mohbad gongon mo epo ko lohun ni ọmọ yẹn kó tó kú. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbọ́ lọ. It was his father Joseph that prevented the test from being done. Only bàbá ló sọ pé kó má ṣe test yẹn. Irọ́ ni ìyá Mohbad fi yẹn pa, because tí bàbá bá sọ pé kó má ṣe DNA ńgbà yẹn, ó ṣe wá jẹ́ pé bàbá ló ń pariwo sí pé kó ṣe DNA. Are you getting what I'm getting? Are you feeling what I'm feeling? Ìyá sọ pé yóò kọ́ advice Mohbad kó lọ ṣe DNA. Ó ní bàbá sọ pé kó má ṣe DNA yẹn. Ó ṣe wá jẹ́ pé the same bàbá ń sìn ló wá clamor fún DNA. Ṣé tí pé ìyá Mohbad ọ̀rẹ́ ò jọra wọn bẹ̀ yẹn. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbọ́ lọ. The child is not a bastard. He's not a bastard, but Mohbad doubted his paternity. That was why somebody advised Mohbad to do the DNA. Obìnrin onídòkúdò, tó ń là lẹ́pọ̀n kiri Lẹ́kì, tó ń là lẹ́pọ̀n kiri any little fight. Àti lọ hotel, ó lọ ń gba top up lọ́wọ́ ọba Lẹ́kì. Any little fight, àti lọ hotel. Are you getting what I'm getting? Because tí ó bá jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ìyá Mohbad ò ṣe dárúkọ ẹni tó advice kí Mohbad ṣe DNA. So Mohbad has been doubting the paternity of that boy before he died. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbọ́ lọ. This child is not a bastard. He is Mohbad's son. I don't know why Joseph is going on about a DNA test. Yeah, Mohbad, DNA test is not a death sentence. Let me explain it deeper to you. DNA test is not a death sentence. Yeah, Mohbad. DNA test is not a life-threatening test. It's just to be sure. Because Baba ti sọ pé àwọn ní ọ̀rọ̀ nílé àwọn. Wọ́n ní tọ́mọ bá dàgbà tí ò bá ń ṣọmọ Mohbad, ẹkún ọ̀la ló jẹ́ nídìílé yẹn. Now, ọmọ tí gbogbo èèyàn tó ti ń pè lọ́mọ àlè, ta ló jẹ́ kó kọ́kọ́ ṣe DNA, but Wunmi ti ṣe DNA yẹn náà. Mo dẹ̀ tún sọ fún yín with my full chest pẹ̀lú ojú mi ń ta pé gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe secretly negativity ló bá dé 100%. Mohbad ò tiẹ̀ top up. Wunmi fowó dùn Mohbad, ó fẹ́ bí ẹ̀dùn, ó fi ìyá dùn, ó fi bàbá dùn, ó tún fi òbò dùn Mohbad. Ìtòlẹ̀ lẹ ṣe máa rí Mohbad tó bá wà pẹ̀lú obìnrin, ó máa ká mọ́ wọn. Because he's not feeling any love at all. The relationship was very, very toxic. Very, very toxic relationship. Any little thing, ìjà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, Wunmi ti bọ́ṣọ́, ó ti pàgò mọ́lẹ̀. Kò ní dá fún ìyá ẹ̀, kò ní dá fún bàbá ẹ̀, a máa para wa síbí lẹ́ni. Òun ló mú náà tó ṣe lọ́ọ̀kì aṣọ, ọkọ tó ti lọ ṣiṣẹ́ látàárọ̀ tó ti lọ kọrin. Ìtòrò sọ pé kò gbọ́mọ lọ fọ́lọ́mọ, ó wá lọ́ọ̀kì aṣọ ọmọ lọ́rùn. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa sọ̀rọ̀. Why are you the opinion that Malian records had a hand in your son's death? Sam Larry beat Mohbad, complaining that he owed him money. Ṣówó drug tó fi rán Mohbad ni. Because tó bá pé 2 million, tí Sam Larry ń pariwo pé Mohbad jẹ́ òun lòun ṣe ń nà kiri. Mohbad ìgbà tó ralé, ṣé rántí pé manager Mohbad, ó sọ pé Mohbad ó kúrò nínú ilé Malian pẹ̀lú 72 million. Mo wá rí owó tí Mohbad lè jẹ Sam Larry. Sam Larry ní 2 million ló jẹ òun. Ṣé sọ pé 2 million ní ṣá? Àbówó tó jẹ pọ̀. Then on jàjà pé kó gbé ọmọ ọwọ́ ẹ̀ sílẹ̀. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Because Mohbad Sam Larry sọ pé ó jẹ òun 2 million. Mohbad máa ra lé. Ṣé rántí pé wọ́n kíkú landlord. Spend the sọ pé òun ní recording. Ìgbà tó ń sọ fóun pé òun lòun nílé yẹn. Mohbad máa fún Bella Shmurda ní 2 million ní ọjọ́ birthday. Kò dẹ̀ rí 2 million sọ fún Sam Larry. Ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀kan tó tún wá tó ní kó fóun ní nǹkan, Mohbad fún ní 1 million. Kò dẹ̀ rí 2 million sọ fún Sam Larry. Sam Larry, are you thinking what I'm thinking? So definitely tí Mohbad bá gbé owó Sam Larry lọ, owó drug tó fi wọ́n ni. Wọ́n dẹ̀ tún nà ìtorí ọmọ wọn wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Am I communicating? Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa kà lọ. Naira Marley beat him up one time and he ended up in the hospital. Evidence. He had to use hot water to massage his body and he could not talk for 2 days because he was seriously beaten. He even developed hypertension. I want justice for my son. I want the police to question me, Mohbad's father, his wife, Naira Marley, Sam Larry and Prime Boy, to know who is guilty among us. When Mohbad recovered from the sickness, Naira Marley did not want him back in Malian record. He said he was spoiling their name, and Mohbad also did not want to go back. I went with the father to plead with Naira. That was the first time I went to the house. It was Joseph that was always going there. I gave birth to Mohbad, and I knew about many things that happened to him. One of his friends, Prime Boy, was usually with him, and I told Mohbad to stay away from him. It was after my son's death, I realized that he also used to visit Naira Marley. Also, there was a particular guy. Ìyá Mohbad tó ṣe èrè ni. Ìgbà tó wọ́n accuse àwọn eléyìí. Wunmi tó jẹ́ pé manager tó fún Mohbad. Ó yìn bá Sam Larry, ó yìn bá Naira Marley sọ̀rọ̀. Wunmi ò dẹ̀ rí nǹkan kan ṣe sí. Wunmi gangan ló gbàbọ̀dé fọ́mọ ìyá Mohbad. Wunmi gangan yìn bá Naira Marley sọ̀rọ̀. Manager tí Mohbad tí Wunmi mú wá fún Mohbad. Ó yìn bá Naira Marley ṣe. Back to back don bára wọn ṣe. Ìwọ dẹ̀ blame àwọn prime boy. Sórí burúkú fẹ́ bá ẹni. Upcoming artist ní prime boy now. Tí Mohbad ò bá help ẹ. Paraventure Naira Marley lè help ẹ now. So kí ló wá sọ? Wunmi gangan tó pa ọmọ ẹ. Ó yìn bá Naira Marley ṣe. Ó kàn tàn wọ́n ní pé wọ́n bá ṣe. Because tí ò bá jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀, kò ní lọ gbé manager wá látọ̀. Kò ní lọ gbé manager tó mú wá látọ̀dọ̀ Naira Marley. Kó dẹ̀ máa bá ṣe. Manager Mohbad gan. Ó yìn bá Naira Marley ṣe. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa kà lọ. Only also there was a particular guy that usually in their house whenever I went there. He would not greet me and I don't like him as well. Kò care because of my polo book obìnrin yẹn. I also used to tell Wunmi that I did not like him. Sometimes when I went to their house, I would meet the guy on their matrimonial bed. Ìyá Mohbad sọ pé ọmọ boy tó wà nílé Mohbad tó wò like yẹn. Ó ní tóun bá lọ sílé Mohbad. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n kà fún yín. Only sometimes when I went to their house, I would meet the guy on their matrimonial bed. I asked Wunmi why he was resting on their bed, and she said he was Mohbad's manager. Ṣé ti pọ̀rọ̀ ti sọ́ra ẹ̀? Àbájọ tó ń doubt paternity lóríṣiríṣi. Ìyá Mohbad is revengeful. Thank you, Sister Yemi. Ìyá Mohbad is revengeful. Ìyá Mohbad ló máa kàn Wunmi lẹ́sẹ̀. Ẹ lọ kọ sílẹ̀. Ìyá Mohbad ló máa sọ little tó mọ̀ níwọ̀n bá àgbà tó wà nílé yẹn. Ẹ lọ kọ sílẹ̀. Ẹ kọ date ní sílẹ̀. Ìyá Mohbad is revengeful. Absolutely. Nǹkan kan ìwà nù ìyá Mohbad tó ń dìmú towards Wunmi. Kò gbàgbé o. Gbogbo eré tí ajá ń bẹ́kàn Wunmi ṣe yẹn. Ó ní nǹkan tó fẹ́ mú wá ní. Ẹ lọ kọ sílẹ̀. Nǹkan tó fẹ́ gbà ló fẹ́ gbà. Ẹ gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ nsìn. Ó lóun ò láìkì bọ̀bọ́ kan pé kò kí ń kí òun nínú ilé Mohbad. Infantry wo ni bọ̀bọ́ yẹn ní tí ò fi ń kí ìyá Mohbad. Just because ìyá Mohbad ó inch báwo lè ṣe máa ń pè kíní ẹ̀. Ó disturb òun àti Wunmi. Because tí Mohbad ò bá sílé tí ìyá Mohbad bá lọ, ó lóun máa ń rí bọ̀bọ́ yẹn lórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì pẹ̀lú Wunmi. Ó lóun máa wá ń bi Wunmi pé kí ló dé tó ṣe ń sórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì wa àtọkọ ẹ. Ó ní Wunmi máa ń sọ pé manager ni, so manager náà tún tọ̀ síbẹ̀ fún ẹ. Àná lórí burúkú lọmọ yẹn, ẹ ní gbégbó eléegun, ẹ ní gbájáde apẹ̀rẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ ń wò mí. Ọmọ yín ò ní ṣìgbé, ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin tẹ̀ tí máa rí, ẹ ní ṣìgbé, ẹ̀yin obìnrin tẹ̀ tí máa rí, ẹ ní ṣìfẹ́. Àṣìgbé obìnrin ni Wunmi. Infringement, thank you. Gbọ́ ṣá. Èmi náà wo ìgbà tí mo kọ́kọ́ ka kíni ẹ̀ pé kí ló tí yẹn ò ṣe ní kí Mohbad tó jẹ́ màmá bínú. Ó lóun ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tó sọ ni. Ó ní I don't like that boy. Kí ló dé tí Mohbad ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn bí? Ìyá Mohbad fẹ́ tọ́ náà mọ́lẹ̀ sí ni pé ọmọ yẹn èmi náà mọ̀ ẹ́ pé kò ṣe mọ̀ pé mo sọ pé ó sọ. Ṣé ẹ rántí pé mo ní ó sọ fún yàn kan pé òun náà mọ̀ ẹ́ pé ọmọ Liam yẹn ọmọ àlè ni ṣùgbọ́n òun ò fẹ́ yẹ kí tòun gbé. Ṣé ti rí pé narrative yẹn ló fún wa nígbà pé Wunmi go mọ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tó sọ ni. Báwo ni ìyá Mohbad kan ṣe mọ̀ pé manager ni ẹni yẹn? Ẹni yẹn gan lè má jẹ́ manager because ìyá Mohbad ò mọ̀ manager Mohbad. Ó lè jálè tó ń gbé wá láti ta gan ni tí Mohbad ò bá sílé. Am I communicating? Get ya? Because ìyá Mohbad gan ò mọ̀ manager. Nǹkan tí Wunmi sọ fún ló sọ. Ipe manager Mohbad ni. Ṣé pé ó lè jẹ́ ọkùnrin tó ń gbé wá láti ta gan because tí ò bá jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọn ò ní sọ fún Mohbad pé kó lọ ṣe DNA fọmọ yẹn kó tó kú. Get? Ṣé pé ẹni tí Wunmi ń gbé wá nílé yẹn kò ṣe manager Mohbad. Because tó bá yẹ pé manager Mohbad lóòótọ́ á kí ìyá Mohbad. Báwo ni manager Mohbad ò ṣe ní kí ìyá Mohbad? Wunmi Àṣàdà, come here. Bó bá ṣe rí ẹ ṣe tú. Eléyìí gan ti tó evidence láti request fún DNA. Ṣé pé Mohbad ti sọ tòótọ́ bí? Èpè burúkú ni Wunmi gbéṣẹ́. ẹni kó bọ́ta kó sọ pé mo parọ́ ó gbé ìyàwó mi ṣe ó gbé ìyàwó bá fẹ́ lè máa ké ó ní kò ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ mo ṣe sọ kò ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ mo ṣe sọ ẹ get ṣá ó gbé ìyá Mohbad ṣe pé tó gbé ṣe pé gan ìpè interview olórí burúkú ló lọ grant pé ṣé òun sọ pé kó lọ grant interview àánú ìyá yẹn ṣe mí ìgbà tí mo gbọ́ torí ẹ̀ mo ṣe ń wò ṣe fún lọ́sàn-án yìí Wùmí fìyà jẹ wọ́n gan. Ẹtikẹ́ẹ̀tì kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ mẹ́rin ṣá ìyá Mohbad ní òun máa ń lọ síbẹ̀ pé ọmọkùnrin kan tún wà ṣe pé ìyá Mohbad mọ̀ fẹ́ tó àṣírí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni gẹ́ẹ̀tì nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ mẹ́rin ó mọ̀ fẹ́ tó àṣírí ni ó jẹ́ kó tí ò bá fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn mọ́rọ̀ ó lè má sọ mọ́rọ̀ but ó fẹ́ establish nǹkan fún wa pé oríṣiríṣi ọkùnrin ni Wùmí máa ń gbé wá sílé wa bá sùn gẹ́ẹ̀tì ṣá ó ní Wùmí sọ fún òun pé mánéjà Mohbad ni tó bá jẹ́ pé mánéjà Mohbad ní lóòótọ́ ó jẹ́ kó kí màmá yẹn tí ò fi kí màmá alẹ́ Wùmí ni ó dẹ̀ bínú pé kí nìyá yìí máa wá ń ṣe ń bíbà tó kàn máa wá ń tepo sọ́rọ̀ wa Wùmí dókó wọ́n là á lẹ́pọ̀n títí Wùmí tún dó àfojúdi Wùmí ọlọ́run àbí ẹ́ ó wá mú gbogbo fámìlì kan ó wá kó wọn sínú ìgò ó wá ń ṣe wọn bó ṣe wùn ẹ́ ó tún wá ṣe tán ó tún wá pa ọmọ yẹn ó wá fi ṣe kàkà kí gún má jẹ ṣìṣe tí n bá jèrè àwọn bàbá ẹ̀ náà ò ní jèrè ẹ̀ ó wá pa ó wá ń gbé ọmọ àlè tẹ̀tì torí ẹ̀ pa Mohbad àtogún ẹ̀ ó wá ń protect ẹ̀ ń sìn ó ní ó fẹ́ gbé lọ fún bàbá ẹ̀.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Now, let us quickly go through analysis and also what Mohbad's mother said. Here are some of the response she gave. She did not, well, maybe Punch newspaper did not want to put it on audio visual. But regardless of that, this is what she said. Now, questions were asked. What were the steps you took as a mother to caution and advise him? Now, you might be wondering, caution and advice on what? Caution and advice on what? So that's why I'm going to take it from here. Mohbad actually confided in me and told me that he wanted to change his manager. Manager Sheyi, the lesbian, according to what they said. He told me that one day, Naira Marley called him in the middle of the night, and when he got there, Marley, brought out something. At that moment, Mohbad was scared, and he ran to the bathroom. From where he called me, I then called my pastor, who asked us to pray. Problem started when Mohbad wanted to change his manager. Now, question is this. What did Naira Marley bring out that scared Mohbad to run into the bathroom? There are only two things that Naira Marley could have brought out. One, weapon, not a knife, maybe a pistol. Weapon or charm. Two things that Naira Marley could have brought out. He said he ran into the bathroom from where he called me. I then called my pastor. What would have prompted her to call pastor? So let us begin to look at it this way. What made her call pastor? Is it because Naira Marley brought charm? Is it a charm that Naira Marley brought out or weapon? Now, what were the steps you took as a mother to caution and advise him? I wanted to blow it open to the public so that people will know what he was going through. But his father was among those who stopped me from making the case known to the public. We actually had a 3-day vigil for Mohbad. What did Naira Marley bring out? How come Mohbad's mother, even at the demise of her son, is still afraid to say what Mohbad told you? At this point, there's nothing else to lose. Say, my son said Mohbad brought out a weapon. Naira Marley brought out a weapon. My son Mohbad told me this. That's it. Now, after his RIP, his songs were widely streamed. As Malian Music reached out to you as regards the payment of his royalties, I don't think she knows much about that, but maybe she said, I don't know anything about royalties. Naira Marley asked him, Mohbad, to attend shows, but he was scared. He called me and I begged him that the shows was from Sam Larry. Nobody has talked to me about these realities. What is your stance on the clamor? Now, that's the important part that we want to delve into. What is your stance on the clamor by Mohbad's dad to have a DNA test conducted on Liam? Look at our response. Short. Mohbad was advised to do the DNA. Can you guys get what she said? Mohbad. She did not say Mohbad's father. So it means that DNA issue had been on ground, and the argument in that car, in the Prado SUV, was about paternity. Mohbad passed away as a result of this. I'll continue. She said Mohbad was advised to do the DNA for the son before RIP. Can you guys get this thing? That's why I want you guys to know that Mohbad's mom has made a U-turn. She's saying the truth. This is the truth I want you guys to hold on to. Mohbad was advised to do the DNA for the son before RIP. Why? If there is no problem, what will prompt Mohbad? Who advised Mohbad to do DNA? Why would Mohbad want to do DNA? Why? Mohbad did not do this. The problem is Mohbad did not listen to his father well enough. These are part of the issues, mistakes that Mohbad made. It was his father, Joseph, that prevented the test from being done. I want Mohbad's father to come out to speak about this. Your wife or ex-wife, Abosede, has accused you that this DNA that you are requesting for after the demise of Mohbad had already wanted DNA to be done. Now, this brings me back to what Kemi Oluloyo said back in those days, that Mohbad had already done DNA. It was done in the United Arab Emirates, and it came out negative. He kept it to himself. But as a man, he wanted to know who the father of Liam is. That was the bone of contention between Mohbad and Wunmi. He wanted to know who is the father. And Wunmi said, but you said you are forgiving me, that we should move on. Why are you bothering about the father of this child? Let's forget about the father of this child. And Mohbad said, no, we will not forget about it. She went on, the child is not a bastard. I know bastard does not necessarily mean someone without a father, but that's the general usage in Nigeria, and maybe in Africa, but in Nigeria, when they say bastard, people think, oh, it means you don't have father or mother. No, that's not what it means. But let's just use that in this Nigerian context. The child is not a bastard. She went on saying, he is Mohbad's son. I don't know why Joseph is going on about a DNA test. How can you be sure, Iya Mohbad, Mama Mohbad, that child belongs to Mohbad? If DNA was being advised, even though you didn't tell us who advised it, and you said Mohbad's father stood against it back then, but now wants it now. So it means that Mohbad wanted DNA. DNA was the argument in that SUV. It was about DNA. Mohbad knew that child was not his. Let's continue. Why are you of the opinion that Malian Records had a hand in your son's RIP? She said Sam Larry beat Mohbad, complained that he owed him money. That's the 2 million that Sam Larry claimed he gave to Mohbad. Mohbad refused to perform in his late mom's concert. But that is not true. My son confided in me. Naira Marley beat him up one time and he ended up in the hospital. No evidence. We had to use hot water to massage his body and he could not talk for 2 days because he was seriously beaten. He even developed hypertension. I want justice for my son. I want the police to question me, Mohbad's father, his wife, Naira Marley, Sam Larry, and Prime Boy to know who is guilty among us. When Mohbad recovered from the sickness, Naira did not want him back in the Malian house. He said he was spoiling their name, and Mohbad also did not want to go back. I went with the father to plead with Naira. That was the first time I went to the house. It was Joseph that was always going there. That was a video that we saw where Mohbad's mom sat down on the side couch somewhere. Mohbad's father was standing. Mohbad was at the door covering his face with his, covering his face with something. I gave back to Mohbad, she went on, and I knew about many things that happened to him. One of his friends, Prime Boy, was usually with him, and I told Mohbad to stay away from him. It was after my son's demise I realized that he also used to visit Naira Marley. Can you now see? Now Mohbad's mom is now bringing in Prime Boy. She had never talked about Prime Boy. But now, because of the constant response of Prime Boy slash Wunmi, she's now talking about Prime Boy. Also, there was a particular guy that was usually in their house. Whenever I went there, he would not greet me, and I don't like him as well. I also used to tell Wunmi that I did not like him. Sometimes, when I went to their house, I would meet the guy on their matrimonial bed. Now, is this not a U-turn? This is what I call massive U-turn. Massive U-turn. Massive U-turn. She's saying the truth. Who is that guy? Is it not true what Mohbad's father said? About Wunmi putting certain things in Mohbad's food so as to bench some unbenchable people around, so as to use a transformer. Now, let's proceed. Okay. Matrimonial bed. I asked me why he was resting on their bed, and he said he was Mohbad's manager. I wondered why he, Mohbad, decided to hire someone from Mali's side, if not that he was looking for RIP. I often told him that that guy would disclose whatever happened in his house to Naira Marley, because whenever he left their house, he would go straight to Marley's house. How can I be happy over the demise of my son? I went to church on Sunday for Thanksgiving, and he passed away on Tuesday. Now, about Mohbad appearing in people's dreams and all of that, she said she sees her son every day in her dream. He always comes to me. I believe I will surely get justice one day, but not the way his father is going about it. I am not disappointed that my son is no more. It is the will of God. It had been written that all those behind the demise of my son will pass away the same way too. Mohbad stood by me every time his father was against me. He told me that his father was always cursing me. He will not withstand that curses. He will not accept it. I leave his father to God. It has always been his father, his father. After they exhumed his body, I thought he would be alive. I tried everything possible for him not to die. For 5 days, I was on the Arakeji prayer mountain to pray for him not to die. Before his demise, there was a prophecy that someone's son was about to die. They asked the mothers to pray. I did not know that it was my own son that the prophecy pertained to. I also went to another prayer mountain. I gave them 50,000 naira for prayers to keep my son alive. Before his demise, he had promised me a lot of things. With the kind of glory, fame, my son RIP, I believe that my suffering was over. Joseph is responsible for scattering the family. I tried to take Mohbad from him so that I could give him proper care, but could not. I did not know my child would RIP this way. Even after his demise, I expected Joseph to join with me so that we could get justice for Mohbad, but he's doing another thing entirely. I have no doubt that God will avenge him. Now, let's hold on. In what way, Mama Mohbad, in what way are you trying to get justice? Are you trying to get justice by siding? Oh, it's about the money you guys are getting from donation, right? Are you trying to get justice by siding with the person involved, the person around, the person that is known to be? What is this woman saying? What is this woman saying? Are you like telling us that you are getting justice by siding with Wunmi, by being with Wunmi? Is that how to get justice? Oh, Mohbad's father is doing another thing. So how come you, that you are doing something, how come you've not gotten this justice till now? What kind of woman is this? Oh, Mohbad's father is doing another thing. You, what are you doing? Sitting with Wunmi, telling us that that child is Mohbad's son, that we should care less about DNA. Like, seriously? What is she saying here? Well, I don't know what you guys think of this, because Mohbad's mom is the one that is supposed to side Mohbad's father, join hands with Mohbad's father so as to get that justice. That's it. So she's saying Naira Marley and Sam Larry. That's it. She's asked this question. You have said that Mohbad did not know peace while alive. Could you expatiate on that? Mohbad did not know peace throughout his lifetime. He was always going from one problem to another in the hands of Naira Marley and Sam Larry. His manager was Naira Marley's brother, and I did not like him. Every time I went there, I always told Mohbad to stay away from him, yet he was always sleeping on Mohbad's bed. I told Mohbad to keep away from everyone associated with Naira Marley and that he shouldn't work with them. Now, question. How come Mohbad refused to listen to his father, refused to listen to his own mother? Now, she was asked about what she was told about Mohbad. She said that Mohbad's father's elder brother, a prophet, told her that God revealed that he would give them a glorious child, that this child would be very popular, and this child will lead them out of poverty. He added that that child will be my fighter and defendant. Most people think God has disappointed me because Mohbad is no more. You look at this woman, that child will be my fighter and defendant. So that child will be your fighter. That child will help you fight his father. That is what you're trying to make us see here. That child, God said that child will help you fight his father. Why don't you leave it at that child will take you guys out of poverty? That child will lead you out of poverty. And now you allowed, you didn't think of that prophecy. You allowed this foolishness of yours. You allowed, oh, Mohbad. I'm not saying that Mohbad's father didn't do things that were not right, he didn't do things that were wrong. Of course, obviously, he did things that were wrong. He did a lot of things, and I'm kind of sure that if he's a man that reasons properly, he will be regretting because it's not worth it. I don't think they will ever get anything like Mohbad anymore in that family. Poverty, the way poverty will deal with them. If this revelation is true, the way poverty will deal with them, it will take mercy. It will take mercy. I don't know. The way poverty will deal with them, oh my God. The way poverty will deal with them, they might not be able to get out of it. So guys, what are your thoughts as regards this one? Drop your comment, like, and share. See you in the next update.